Anderson with a dribble handoff to Ayubi. Ayubi will try a three. It's off the back of the rim, and the rebound by Francis. Will Francis last year, 13.6 points per game, the top returning scorer on this team. They had 6 double-figure scores last year, but only 2 returning. Mankin goes to the hole and gets fouled. He'll have a couple of free throws coming up. It is Anderson who gets the foul, his first, and the team's second. Austin Mankin's first free throw is good. Mankin, first year in the program from Coppell, Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Previously playing at the University of Oklahoma, where he saw limited playing time. Hits both free throws. And the Bisons within 5. It is 15-10. 9:47 remaining in the first half. Beninga giving it off to Nelson. Now back to Beninga. Changing direction to his right. Doss has his pass knocked away, but able to corral in the backcourt. No reset of the shot clock, though, and Doss charges hard of the hole. Gets fouled near the left elbow with 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. Number 14, Djokovic with his first foul. A 15-10 lead for the Dragons. Beninga to inbound, getting it into Anderson. Anderson towards the paint right side. Ayubi at the elbow, towards the glass, lays it in. Ayubi having a very strong game here early on as a 17-10 lead. Ayubi just 5 points in the team's exhibition game, their last time out. Horn left side against Ayubi, spins, can't hit, and Beninga pulls down the rebound. 3-on-3 the other way, the pass blocked away by Francis. Francis ahead to Horn, lays it for Ward, and Ward will take it to the hole and lay it in. Points off a turnover for the Bisons. They're back within 5 at 17-12. 8:40 remaining in the first half here at the Sawyer Center in Oklahoma City. Doss dribbling it towards the top of the circle. Doss still controlling, crosses over. Anderson out to Beninga, under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Doss contested 3 on the way, and he drains it. John Doss gives the Dragons an 8-point lead at 20-12, 8:15 remaining in the first half. Ward over to Djokovic, was looking to get to Mankin, but sealed off. Now Mankin will pop out and receive the pass. Long 3 on the way from Francis off the back of the rim, but the long rebound by Mankin. Off to Francis in the corner, driving on the baseline. Ward, pump fake, drives in towards the lane. Bounce pass out to Horn, and then he loses it. Beninga has it. Nice bounce pass left side to Doss. Gets fouled hard by Djokovic. Doss will shoot 2 free throws after this break. The Dragons leading the Bisons. It's 20-12 with 7:45 remaining in the first half. We'll be back in a moment on SNUathletics.com. 20-12, the Dragons in front with 7:45 remaining in the first half. John Doss out to take a couple of free throws for the Dragons. Doss, a senior from Chicago. This last year, due to injury, his first free throw is good. Fortunately, having some technical difficulties with the stats today. Hopefully we'll have some for you at halftime, but don't need a monitor to tell you that Doss hits both free throws. That is a 22-12 lead, the largest lead today for the Dragons. They've stretched it out to double digits, 7:35 remaining. Three-pointer on the way from Andelkovic. Hits it from the left corner. And Andelkovic pulls the Bisons within 7 at 22-15. Doss on the right wing to lead. Kretschmann back in the game. Stops near the right elbow. Lead, pump fake towards the lane. Gives it off in the lay-in by Nelson. Matt Nelson, the senior, lays it in. Averaged just 2 points per game last year. Only appeared in 12 of the team's 36 contests at 24-15 with Moorhead in front. Delkovic on the left block, working against Nelson, gets fouled by Nelson.
Foul is called on number 13, Matt Nelson.
Oh, and Delkovic, senior from Serbia. First couple of years in the States in Collin County Community College in Texas. Second year in the Harding program, and Andelkovic with the first free throw, it's good. Last year, Andelkovic with 10.5 points per game on average, 5.4 rebounds per game, a top returning rebounder on the Bison's roster. Andelkovic hits both, and it's 24-17. 6:47 remaining. Frenchman bringing up the near sideline. Lead at the top of the circle. Now towards the paint. Shot off the backboard, no good. We've got a whistle and a two-shot foul coming up. Foul is on Tim Wagner.
His third foul.
And that is Wagner's third foul. One of the starters for the Bisons. First free throw from Lean is good. Aaron Lean, a senior from
Will Francis in for the Bison.
a hometown product from Moorhead, Minnesota. 10.5 points per game on average for Lean. 11.8 on average for Lean last season. It's 26-17 after he makes both free throws. It's now 16 fouls on Harding. They're down by 9. And Andelkovic will try another three. Hits it again. Stefan Andelkovic has carried the Bison's offense here in the first half. It is 26-20. Approaching 6 minutes to go in the first half. Kretschmann to lead. Back to Kretschmann. Got up in the air. Passed it. Got fouled. Will not be a two-shot foul. It will be a 1-and-1, however, as that is the 7th foul. The foul is whistled on Philip Medjo, his second. So Wagner, one of the starting guards, has 3 fouls. Medjo, one of the others, has 2 now. Kretschmann hits the free throw. Tanner Kretschmann, a junior from Fargo, North Dakota. Team's returning leading scorer at over 14 points per game last year. And led the nation in assist-to-turnover ratio at about 4-1. Kretschmann hits both. Substitution for the Dragons. Anderson replaces Ayubi. And Austin Mankin back in. He will replace Medjo. Just picked up his second foul. 28-20. 6 minutes even to go here in the first half. Francis been quiet. Gives it off to Andelkovic. He likes that spot, and this time he gets the roll. Third made three-pointer by Stefan Andelkovic. It is 28-23. Andelkovic having a big first half for the Bisons. They'd be in a lot of trouble if it wasn't for him. Doss driving right side near the baseline of the rim. Contact and an offensive foul. Francis picked it up. Beninga will come in, replacing Doss. As Doss with his first foul, the team's fifth. 5:30 to go. It is a 28-23 lead for the Dragons.
Bison basketball.
Francis will bring it up and give it off to Ward on the right wing. And Delkovich, the hot hand, gives it off to Mankin. They work it around the perimeter, top side to Ward. Driving in the paint, Francis picks up his dribble and his pass is stolen away. Beninga's got it near half court, cutting towards the middle. Leaves it for Kretschmann, tries a contested three for the right wing and hits it. Kretschmann hit 44% of his three-pointers last year. It is a 31-23 lead for the Dragons. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Working around the left side of Mankin. Getting it inside to Eggleston. There's Andelkovich, just to the left of the top of the circle. Mankin left side, spinning in the middle of the lane, and the hook shot off the glass is good. Austin Mankin pulls the Bisons within 6. It's 31-25. Beninga controlling for the Dragons, off to lead. Now it's Kretschmann. Kretschmann, left side, kick out to Beninga. He'll try a three, no good, and Mankin with a rebound for the Bisons. 5-point or 6-point lead, for the Dragons. Francis has been quiet. He'll have it now. He'll try a three, right side off the back of the rim. Andelkovich, though, able to tip it back out to Francis. Gives it off to Andelkovich. He'll try a three in stride, right wing. Can't hit it. Lead with a rebound for the Dragons. Kretschmann in the middle of the lane. Kick out to Beninga. Beninga driving baseline left, lays it in. Strong move by the freshman Beninga. 33-25, Moorhead leading. 3:35 remaining in the first half. Francis just inside the free throw line, left of the paint. Shot off the glass, no good. Kretschmann the rebound for the Dragons. Kretschmann going to the hole himself, floats it up, can't hit, and Andelkovich clears it for the Bisons. Ward brings it up the left side for Harding. Now Francis controlling, trying to get it into Eggleston. Andelkovich receives it, and the left-handed shot is good. Andelkovich makes it 33-27 with the Dragons leading. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Teams ready to make substitutions, 2 apiece. Lean, middle of the lane, lost it, and it's gathered away by Ward. Ward pushes ahead on the right side to Mankin. Contact with Anderson, blocking foul called. Will they count the basket on the continuation? There's been no indication yet, and it is good. Now Mankin got the contact, just kind of threw it up there. The basket counts. He'll have a chance for a three-point play, but first we've got a timeout on the floor. It is now 33-27 with the Dragons in front. You're watching SNUathletics.com. It's a 33-29 lead for the Minnesota State Moorhead Dragons. Mank in the line looking to complete a three-point play.
He's shooting one.
The foul was on Matt Anderson, his second, team sixth. Mankin hits the free throw, and he'll exit the game, replaced by Adam Horn. Now the Bisons, closest they've been in a while at 33-30. Beninga brings it up for the Bisons. Lean right near the free throw line has it, working on Horn, and a reach-in foul committed by Harding. I believe that will be on Horn. Horn picks it up. 1-1 coming up for Aaron Lean.
Aaron Lean at the line. He's shooting 1 and 1.
On the front end of the bonus, Lean hits. The Dragons receiving votes in the top 25 preseason poll. Tied for third in the preseason conference poll in the Northern Sun. The next one from Lean is good. Now it is 35-30. Dragons ahead with 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Work it around on the right side to Horn, out to Ward. Ward will try a three off the mark, and the rebound by J.P. Brandon, who's in the game for the first time, goes back up and can't hit. Nelson got the rebound for the Dragons. Kretschmann wide open three, left side, and hits it. Tanner Kretschmann drains the three-pointer, and then it gives some love to Beninga, who found him. Doss back in, replacing Beninga. Doss will play with, he's only got one foul, so it's 38-30 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Francis at the free throw line, picks up his dribble out to Ward on the left wing. Back to Francis with 16 to go on the shot clock. Brandon to Ward, left side now to Horn. And Delkovich with under 10 to go on the shot clock. Down to 7, and it poked away by Ayubi. Doss comes up with it. Doss, crossover move to the lane, lays it in with the right hand. Timeout called by the Bisons. It is a 30-second timeout. 1:32 remaining in the first half. The Dragons lead at 40-30. This is SNUathletics.com. .132 to go in the first half. Dragons leading the Bisons 40-30. Harding coming off the timeout. Francis to bring it up for the Bisons. Left wing Horn over to Brandon. Back to Francis. Horn swings down there into the corner to Brandon. Continue to work it around the perimeter. Inside to Eggleston. Little baby hook shot, no good. Ayubi with the rebound for the Dragons. In the corner, Lean tries a three, and it rattles home. Largest lead of the game for the Dragons at 43-30. It is an 8-0 run. 50 seconds remaining in the first half. Ward. Brandon on the left side to Horn. Ward slips towards the corner and gets it back. 13 to go on the shot clock. Down to 38 seconds on the game clock. Eggleston, baseline right, out to Horn. Horn to the basket, up and under with a lay and no good. Brandon goes, gets the offensive rebound and gets fouled on the putback attempt. J.P. Brandon, true freshman from Fayetteville, Arkansas, heads to the free throw line.
Number 44, J.P. Brandon at the line.
Harding picked third in the GAC conference poll. They did get one first place vote. Brandon's first free throw is good. They've lost Jacob Gibson, the GAC Player of the Year last year. Brandon hits both free throws. It's 43-32. There's 0.8 of a second difference between the game clock and shot clock, so for all intents and purposes, just about identical, as they're both at 22 seconds now. Kretschmann will control things near half court on the far side. And we'll see when the Dragons get things going. I would think around 10 seconds. Well, now we're at 10 seconds, and there he goes to the right. Down to 6 seconds. Lean's got it. Down to 4. Off to Kretschmann with 2.5 seconds. In and out. The tip-in attempt by Nelson is no good. And that is how we will end the first half. So at halftime, it is the Minnesota State University Moorhead Dragons 43, the Harding University Bisons 32. Last year when they met, it was the team down that had a huge comeback in the second half. Will the same be true when they play each other this year? Halftime coming up. This is SNUathletics.com. just about to start the second half as the Minnesota State Moorhead Dragons leading Harding 43-32. Again, had some technical issues, really couldn't give you the stats. But now we can, as the Dragons shot close to 52% for the half. The Bisons just over 30% from three-point range. Minnesota State Moorhead going 6 of 14. The Bisons going 5 of 15. Leading all scores was Stefan Andelkovic. He was huge for the Bisons. 5 of 10 is shooting overall 15 points. Two double-figure scores for the Dragons in the first half. Tanner Kretschmann and John Doss with 10 each. On the rebounds, a +4 margin for the Dragons. So the Bisons will start with the ball. They're down by 11 here beginning the second half. Andelkovic, who had those 15 points of the first half, giving off to Francis, who was scoreless in the half on 0 of 6 shooting. Pass from Medjo is hit out of bounds. Both teams with their starters back on the floor for the Bisons. Wagner, Medjo, Francis, Eggleston, and Andelkovic. For the Dragons, Kretschmann, Ubi, Das, Nelson, and Lean. Now Wagner inbounds. He's playing with 3 fouls right now. Wagner's got it, down to 5 on the shot clock. Dribbling back out, down to 2 on the shot clock to the rim. Just gets it off. It's no good. And the rebound by Nelson. Doss brings it up the near side. Turns, shoots a 3 straight on. Rims out. Nelson with the offensive rebound. Now Lean's got it near the left elbow. Back to Nelson, and Kretschmann will reset things for the Dragons. Last year when these teams played each other, Dragons were down by 19 in the second half and had a 20-1 run to pull even and eventually force overtime. Steal by Francis, and Andelkovic to the rim. The layup no good. Ball loose and gathered by Lean underneath the basket. Just 3 offensive rebounds for the Dragons in the first half, 7 for the Bisons. Nelson with a handoff to Kretschmann. Over to Doss on the left wing, drives to the left side. The kick out to Ayubi, sets his feet, shoots a 3, no good. And Francis gets the rebound. Francis scoreless, a second-team GAC performer last year, and a 3 by Tim Wagner is good. Now Wagner hits the 3. It is 43-35 with 8:15 remaining in the game. Kretschmann toward the hole, able to get past the defense. Can't hit the layup, though. And it's Eggleston with a rebound for the Bisons. Medjo to the rim. Falls short off the front of the rim. And back the other way come the Dragons. Didn't see a whole lot in transition from either team in the first half. Doss left-handed dribble drive to the middle of the lane. Left it short. The rebound by Andelkovic. 8-point lead for the Dragons here, a few minutes into the second half. Season opener for both teams. Wagner driving left. It's short, and we've got a whistle and a foul. It'll be on Ayubi. Ayubi's first, team's first. Wagner gets it off the inbounds. Driving on the right side of the paint over Ayubi, no good. Ball loose, hit out of bounds. Last touch by Kretschmann, and it stays on this side of the court with the Bisons. Medjo gets it off the inbound from Wagner. He's got it on the right side. Francis still trying to get on the board. Gives it off to Wagner. Through the lane. Got fouled and count the basket. Tim Wagner hit a 3 a moment ago. And now he's got a chance for a 3-point play. Wagner's free throw good. And it is a 43-38 lead now. Wagner's up to 9 points. Dragons looking to score for the first time. 3 minutes in, have not scored since half, and they'll still not score as UB misses the three. Medjo giving it off to Wagner. Wagner, fadeaway jumper in the lane is good. Now Tim Wagner starting to take over the offense for the Bisons. He's got 11 points. He's got 8 of them here in the opening minutes of the second half. They have pulled within 3, an 8-0 run. We've got a whistle. Will be on the floor. And is on Will Francis, his first. So 8-0 run by the Bisons to start off here on a halftime to pull within 3. 16:31. Kretschmann quickly gets it back from Doss off the inbounds. And UB, though, gets the offensive rebound. Doss drives in, pulls it back out. Kretschmann's got it on the left side. Kretschmann over to wide open, a UB contact away from the ball. It'll be on Andelkovic, bumping into Nelson. Andelkovic with his first, a team's second. Addison Park in for the Dragons, replacing Nelson. Kretschmann inbounding left of the basket. Lean, a jumper just ahead of the free throw line, no good, and the Dragons stay cold to open up the half. Andelkovic with a rebound. Wagner pushes ahead to Francis on the baseline. Wagner will try and stay hot. His three-pointer rims out, and Doss with a rebound for the Dragons. Under 16 minutes to go in the ball game, and it's a 3-point lead for Moorhead. Again, they have yet to score since halftime. A UB trying to change that, he won't. And the rebound by Eggleston of the Bisons. And just 3 offensive rebounds for the Dragons in the first half, as Harding is limited in time and time again to just 1 shot per possession. On the left wing, it's Wagner. Bounce pass to Medjo. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Medjo finds Eggleston in the corner, and Eggleston drains the 3. We are tied. It is an 11-0 run by the Bisons to start off out of halftime. And a 43-43 game with 15-13 remaining. Medjo falls down. Doss gets it from Kretschmann, and Doss will hit, getting the Dragons on the board for the first time this half. There's worth mentioning again, it was the Dragons overcoming a huge second half deficit last year to come back and win. Harding opens up the half with an 11-0 run, but Doss puts the Dragons back in the lead. Medjo to the hole will lay it in. Now Philip Medjo makes it a 1-point game, 46-45, 14:45 remaining. Kretschmann driving right to the basket. It rolls off the rim, and Andelkovic continues his big game with another rebound for the Bisons. Andelkovic gets it back from Francis. Jump stop in the lane and dragged his feet. It'll be a travel on Andelkovic, a turnover by the Bisons. Now this game has gotten a lot closer. Dragons leading at 46-45 with 14:20 remaining in the game. You're watching SNUathletics.com. One-point lead for the Dragons of Minnesota State Moorhead. They led by 11 at half, but the Harding Bisons with a 13-3 run out of halftime. Anderson with a three on the way, no good. And yet again, Harding limiting any kind of second chances for the Dragons. Francis pulls down the rebound. Wagner's been hot. They work it around. Eggleston back to Wagner. Wagner driving left to the rim. It is a travel. He thought he had gotten fouled and a chance for a three-point play, but called for a travel. Neither team really turned it over that much in the first half. 5 by the Bisons. That's their second turnover this half. Now still a 1-point lead for the Dragons, and looked like Doss might have traveled. Park out to Doss. Doss's three off the left side of the rim. Eggleston the rebound for the Bisons. 13:33 remaining. Medjo controlling for the Bisons. The basket lays it up and in, and the Bisons in front, 47-46. First lead since the early stages of this game for Harding. Trailed by as many as 13 in this game. Park gets it, gets behind the defense and lays it in as Doss found him. Now the Dragons reclaim the lead at 48-47. Substitution for the Bisons, Zach Ward replacing Wagner. Approaching 13 minutes to go in this contest. And Delkovich in the lane, left side, able to lay it in. Huge game for Stefan Nedeljkovic here in his season debut. Doss looking to answer from long range, and he does. John Doss is up to 16, leading the Dragons here in his team debut, a transfer from St. Francis. 51-49, Moorhead in front. 12:25 remaining. Long three on the way, and it's good by Will Francis. His first points of the game. Francis had missed his first 6 shots. Underneath at the other end, it's Park who goes up and gets fouled. Now the Bisons leading 52-51. Francis picks up the foul. That's Francis's second. Park to the free throw line. 3 points on the day. 1 of 2 at the line. First free throw from from Park is good. Last year as a team, the Dragons shot 74.5% from the free throw line. Park, though, just around 56%. It's the first. Makes both. Lead back in favor of the Dragons at 53-52. And Joe will control as we approach the 12-minute mark, I should say. Shoveling it off over to Ward. Francis and Nedeljkovic. Now Medjo under 10 to go. Lob inside, and Nedeljkovic spinning. Gets it to roll in off the front of the rim. And Nedeljkovic has 19 to lead all scores. Also has 4 rebounds. It is a 54-53 lead for Harding. Park up and under. Had a shot altered. Eventually gathered by Ward. Bisons with the lead and the ball. Under 12 minutes remaining. Tried to find Mankin to sit out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. Will have a timeout on the floor. Bisons leading 54-53. 11:20 to go. This is SNUathletics.com. 1-point lead for Harding. And the Bisons have the ball. 11:20 remaining in this game. It is 54-53. Harding trailed by 11 at half. Medjo gets it off the inbound. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Medjo cradles to the hole and it blocked out of bounds. Bisons hold on to it with 16 to go on the shot clock. After this game is complete, we've got another one coming up here in the Crown Plaza Classic. It'll be the home SNU Crimson Storm taking on the Northern State Wolves. And Delkovich with 10 on the shot clock, giving it off to Medjo. He'll reset things. 7 to go on the shot clock. Medjo with 4, gives it off. Long 3 from Francis. No, but Delkovich with the offensive rebound. And Delkovich bonding up on Kretschman, able to get to roll home. Had the mismatch on Kretschman on him after the offensive rebound. And Andelkovich at 21 points on the game. Foul away from the ball. It'll be on Ward, holding Park. Ward with his first, and it's the team's 4th. Beninga inbounding for the Dragons. Into Kretschman. Park on the baseline right side. Got fouled by Andelkovich. That's his second. Kretschman here in front of his bench, giving it off to Ubi. Ubi's 3 rims out. And the rebound by Medjo. Francis, lob into Andelkovich. Touch pass out to Mankin. His 3 off the back of the rim. And Beninga pulls it down for the Dragons. Beninga just inside the arc. Out to Kretschman, down the left side to Ayubi. Ayubi between the legs dribble, left side, pulls up to Anderson. Now Park driving right side over Francis. Can't get it to go. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Park and the ball to Harding. Matt Nelson coming in for the Dragons, replacing Park. Eggleston will give Andelkovich a blow. Andelkovich and Wagner, he's back in. Wagner really sparked the run out of halftime. And the Bisons leading by 3, 56-53, under 10 minutes to go. Outscoring the Dragons 24-10 this half. Francis had it knocked away, still loose, gets it back. Ends up in an open 3 for Ward. Can't hit in the long rebound, corralled by Beninga. Beninga pulls up, right wing 3. Missed it badly off the back of the rim, and Mankin now with a rebound for the Bisons. Mankin will pull it back, slow things down. Wagner had it poked away, keeping his dribble as he goes down to the ground, and able to call a timeout. So we will have a stoppage in play with 9:25 remaining and a 3-point lead for the Bisons at 56-53. This is SNUathletics.com. (56-53), Harding leading, coming off a timeout, able to hang on to the ball. Francis to inbound to the right of the basket. Gets it into Eggleston. Well, Harding, they've come back from a Once was a 13-point deficit, and they have done it without their best player, essentially ineffective. Wagner's shot was short, came to Eggleston. He missed with the left hand. Doss gets the rebound for the Dragons. Kretschmann off to Ubi, passed up an open three, and then traveled it as she was driving to the lane. Tenth turnover by the Dragons today. Say that for Harding to be leading by 3, with Francis just 1 of 8 from the floor, 3 points. That is a huge win for Jeff Morgan's team right now. Wagner brings things up for the Bisons. Mankin near his basket, around the right side. Francis to Wagner, the baseline. Eggleston charge it, get it to go. Whistle, and a foul on the Dragons. The foul is on Nelson. Nelson picks up his third. And was apparently shooting foul. The whistle seemed to come late to be on the shot for Eggleston. Eggleston's free throw is good. Now 4 points for Eggleston, sophomore from Amarillo, Texas. Appeared in 24 of the team's 13 games last year. Averages 3 points per game. Mencho will come in and replace Francis. Eggleston able to hit both as it softly kisses off the back of the rim and in. 5-point lead for the Bisons, and a technical has been assessed on the Dragons. I believe it is on head coach Jan Waltall. He is steamed right now. Now we have a technical foul call. 2 free throws will be coming up for the Bisons. Wagner will take them. Coach Waltall, who's in his 7th season with the Bisons, with the Dragons, has done just a phenomenal job with that program. We mentioned the back-to-back 30-win seasons as Wagner's first free throw is good. Waltall 141-51 at the helm of the Dragons, the 2015 National Coach of the Year. Wagner hits day. We have had a 20-point swing from when the Dragons had their largest lead today at 13 points. Kretschmann driving right out to Doss and able to hit a much-needed 3 for the Dragons. Doss has got 19. That's his 5th made 3-pointer. He's 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. 60-56, that wakes up the Dragons bench. 8:15 remaining in the game. Harding with the ball and up by 4. Wagner controlling, down to 13 on the shot clock. Wagner on lean. Wagner the basket, left side, lays it in with the right hand. Tim Wagner now has 15 points in the ball game, 12 of them in this half. Back out to a 6-point lead. Nelson kicks it out. Kretschmann with a 3. It's no good, and the rebound by Mencken. I just am so incredibly impressed by the way that Harding has time after time just cleared the glass on the defensive end. Just 1 second chance point for the Dragons today. 7.5 minutes left. 62-56 lead for Harding. Wagner dribbling back and forth, guarded by Doss. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up from 3, and it's no good. Doss with a rebound for the Dragons. Doss picks up the dribble. They work it around. Lean, left side. 3 is good. Aaron Lean makes it a 3-point game after the triple. Under 7 minutes ago, 62-59, Harding in front. Mencho Giving it off to Eggleston. Finds a cutting Mankin underneath the basket. The reverse layup is good. It is 64-59 now. Approaching 6.5 minutes. Ayubi's three. Good! Ayubi's now in double figures. It is 64-62. Medjo straight to the rim against Ayubi. It's blocked away, and then it hit Medjo out of bounds. The ball to the Dragons. We've got a timeout on the floor. 6:15 remaining. It is Harding now in front, 64-62. This is SNUathletics.com. .6:15 remaining. It is a 64-62 lead for Harding. Minnesota State Moorhead with the ball, down by 2. They led this game by as many as 13 in the first half, led by 11 at halftime. Doss giving it off to Ayubi on the left side. Getting a screen from Nelson. Doss in the corner for the lead. It's good. John Doss is 6 of 8 from three-point range. The Dragons back in front at 65-64. Francis in a foul, offensive foul on Nedeljkovic in the lane. And Nedeljkovic looked like he took the brunt of the contact, grabbing his right knee. He has been the offensive leader for the Bisons tonight. 21 points. So the Dragons leading by 1 with the ball. Kretschmann over to wide open Ayubi for 3 and rattles in. Ayubi with his third made 3. It is now a 4-point lead. Ten lead changes in this ball game. A whistle away from the ball. Official pointing towards the middle. It is on Doss. Doss is second and the team's 5th. Actually just the 4th on the Dragons this half. A 4-point lead now for the Dragons on a 9-0 run. Now the ball thrown away by Nedeljkovic. A 9-0 run on 3 made 3-pointers. 2 by Ayubi, 1 by Doss. Kretschmann controlling at the right elbow, pulls it back to Lean. Lean, handoff to Ayubi. Ayubi will try another 3, and he hits another one. Ayubi's third made 3-pointer of the last 2 minutes. It is a 12-0 run. And now a 7-point lead for the Dragons. So we've got 4:39. Harding takes a timeout. This is SNUathletics.com. Bison started with an 11-0 run out of halftime to tie it. Bison's had an 8-0 run to take a 60-53 lead. And since then, Dragons now on an 18-4 run. Whistle after the shot. It'll be against the Dragons. Lean picks up the foul, his second. Foul was on the shot, so Wagner heading to the free throw line. First one is good. Bison's 8 for 8, 13-13 from the line. Make it 14-14. Now a 5-point lead now, ending the run. Kretschmann to the hole. Got blocked and fouled by Andelkovic. Now 2 shots coming up for Kretschmann. Kretschmann with 10 points, 4 in double figures for the Dragons now. They're 11 of 12 from the free throw line today. Kretschmann able to hit the first free throw. And they used a 12-0 run, turning a 5-point deficit into a 7-point lead on 4 3-pointers, 3 by Ayubi, 1 by Doss. Wagner the hole, blocked by Ayubi, and who did it touch last? It hit Wagner last, out of bounds. Ayubi is an impact player on both ends of the court the last few minutes of this game as we approach 4 minutes to go. Harding bringing some full court pressure. Lean into Kretschmann, back to Lean, and Lean nearly lost it near the bench and will have to call timeout. 4 minutes on the nose to go. Minnesota State Moorhead leading at 73-66. This is SNUathletics.com. Four minutes even to go in a 7-point lead for the Dragons at 73-66. Dragons coming off a timeout forced by the pressure in the backcourt by Harding. Kretschmann able to get it across half court to Lean, and back to Kretschmann. Down to 15 to go on the shot clock. Kretschmann going to the right side, bounce pass, a one-handed slam attempt by Nelson, no good, but he got fouled. Tried to throw it down, storming through the middle of the lane, and Delkovic just picked up his 4th foul. That's big.
5th foul for Andelkovic.
Ward coming in. Now Matt Nelson to the free throw line. Nelson today, 2 points, but has pulled down 7 rebounds. Eggleston will replace Andelkovic. Nelson misses the free throw. There's the second missed free throw we've had this entire game, and a total of 29 attempts. Both have been by the Dragons. They lead by 7 with 3:40 remaining. It's the next. Up to an 8-point lead, 74-66. Well, 8.5 minutes left. It was a 60-53 lead for the Bisons. Wagner, much needed three, can't hit it. And Kretschmann gets the rebound. Kretschmann with pressure, able to get it past half court. 3:20. Ayubi found a cutting lean, couldn't complete the layup. A good look by Ayubi. Medjo out to Francis. It's a big three. Well, Francis has been quiet. And that pulls the Bisons within 5. Doss gets it near the corner. Over to Kretschmann, dribbling it towards the middle. Now off to Doss, pass half court. Doss bumps into Eggleston, offensive foul. And that's Doss's fourth. He's the game-high scorer with 22 points today. You wonder if Doss maybe will be replaced here on the defensive end, but no, he's going to play. Oh, I'm sorry, that's only Doss's third. The Bisons are in the bonus. Francis stops the dribble to Eggleston, back to Francis. 2:35 to go. Medjo baseline, fadeaway jumper is good. That's an impressive shot by Philip Medjo, and now it is a 3-point game. 2:25 remaining. Kretschmann past half court, guarded by Zach Ward, and now Ayubi briefly double teamed, gets out of it. Doss over to Lean. Down to 13 of the shot clock. Lean, left side, strong to the basket, lays it in. 5-point lead for the Dragons. We approach 2 minutes to go in this game. What a start to the Crowne Plaza Classic. Wagner with a three, and it's good. Tim Wagner's got 20. It is down to a 2-point lead. Lean trying to get it in, and to Ayubi. Ayubi almost had it picked away from behind. 1:40 to go, 23 on the shot clock for the Dragons. They lead by 2. No fouls to give for Harding. Kretschmann picked up by Eggleston on the switch. Still on him. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Corner elbow jumper, good. A sweet stroke from Kretschmann to make it a 5-point lead, or check that, 4-point lead. Dragons will call a timeout. 1:20 remaining. Minnesota State Moorhead in front, 78-74. This is SNUathletics.com. .120 remaining, 78-74. Dragons in front. Harding's got the ball. Francis, Wagner, Ward, Medjo, and Eggleston. Bit of a smaller lineup on the floor for the Bisons right now. Ayubi, Doss, Kretschmann, Lead, and Nelson, the starting 5 on the floor for the Dragons. Wagner got fouled, driving left. They'll have a 1-1 coming up. Huge second half for Tim Wagner, who had 3 fouls in the first half, just 3 points. He's got 17 points here in the second half, 20 points total for Wagner. The junior from Galesville, Wisconsin. Wagner hits the front end of the 1-1. He is 6 of 6 from the line. The Bisons as a team 15 of 15 now. Now that makes it a 3-point game. Wagner trying to get the Bisons within 2. He does. 1:10 remaining, 78 to 76. Lean getting it into Kretschmann. Back to Lean. Kretschmann will now be able to get it past half court. 1 minute remaining and a 2-point lead. Ayubi open for 3. Hits another. Ayubi's 5th 3-pointer of the game, 4th of the half. Francis looks to answer, can't. And the rebound by the Dragons. Lean will push ahead to Ayubi. Ayubi giving it off to Kretschmann, who gets fouled by Medjo with 35.3 seconds. It is a 5-point lead for the Dragons, and Kretschmann heading the line for 2 shots. He's got 14 tonight. Makes both. It'll be a 3-possession game. Kretschmann, the junior point guard. It's the first free throw. Missed the second. And it is still a 2-possession game. 30 seconds to go. Harding down by 6. Wagner dribbled it off his foot. Picked up by Francis. Back to Wagner. 22 seconds to go. Wagner the hole. Contact near the semicircle. It's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul called against Wagner.
Wagner's 4th foul. Lean quickly inbounds it to Kretschmann. Kretschmann now essentially will wait to be fouled, though he gives it off to Nelson. Now to Lean, down to 12 seconds. Lean fouled by Medjo. And Lean might be able to put this game away at the free throw line. Aaron Lean last season was an excellent free throw shooter. 88% from the line. He started all 36 games for the Dragons, and the lefty's first free throw is no good. Timeout called by the Bisons. We will keep it here with 12 seconds remaining. And the Dragons leading 82 to 76. Aaron Lean still with 1 free throw to go, and what a big free throw it is. If he hits it, it becomes a 3-possession game. What a half we have had, in which Harding started with an 11-0 run out of halftime to tie it. With about 8.5 minutes left, they led 60 to 53. The Dragons then responded with a big 12-0 run on 4 3-pointers to take a 5-point lead. They have slowly built the lead since then. Dragons, excellent shooting from beyond the arc, 15 for 33. 45.5%. They're shooting 46% from the floor overall. The Bisons at 38.5% overall, 10 of 28 from 3-point range. Rebounds just about even, 35 for the Bisons, 33 for the Dragons, and Harding done an unbelievable job limiting the Dragons on the second chances. Just 1 second chance point for Minnesota State Moorhead today. Now Aaron Lean back to the free throw line for the second of 2 free throws. And a chance to make it a 3-possession game with 12 seconds even to go. Lean can't hit it. He missed both. Still a 6-point game, under 10 seconds left. Medjo to Ward, Francis over to Eggleston will lay it in with 3 seconds left, but it's still a 4-point lead. Gets it into Doss, who's fouled, and I'm surprised Harding didn't even attempt a three on that possession. Down by 6. Wagner will foul out. That's his 5th. Now Wagner, a huge second half, 19 points, 22 for the game, leading Harding. And he will exit after fouling out, replaced by Mencken. Well, this ball game, barring the very unlikely, is over with the Dragons leading by 4. And that'll definitely put it away now. Doss with a game high, 23 points now. Make it 24. It's 84-78. Francis chucks it at the buzzer. It's no good. And that'll do it. What a great game we had here to start off the Crowne Plaza Classic with Minnesota State Moorhead topping Harding by a final count of 84-78. Coming up in a little bit, we'll have Southern Nazarene, the host, taking on Northern State, the first ever meeting between these two teams and the season opener for both as well. Again, here in game 1, it was the Dragons winning at 84-78. Dragons will take on Southern Nazarene tomorrow at 5. Harding will play Northern State at 3 o'clock tomorrow as these teams open their season against each other for the second straight year. And again, it is a good one, won by the Dragons of Minnesota State Moorhead. Alec Treatman signing off for now as the next two teams take the court for warm-ups. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of SNU and Northern State. This is SNUathletics.com.